Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how Christy's Cozy Cottage came to be. That's the name of my channel. I chose Christy's Cozy Cottage because to me, this place is very cozy. It's home. And I enjoy it now. But when we first bought this farm, we have 67 acres and a farmhouse. When we first bought this farmhouse, I came in the door to look around and I went right back out that door. I could feel the floor moving underneath me. There were holes in the ceiling. There were rot. There was rot everywhere. I knew that with it being abandoned for approximately 10 to 15 years, no one had lived here. I knew that there was probably snakes in here, and I'm terrified of snakes. And so I knew there were snakes in the house. And sure enough, there was 3 that we pulled out of here as we were tearing the house apart. Let me rephrase. I did not take the snakes out of here. My son-in-law took 1 snake out, and my husband took a couple snakes out. We did find a snake in the backyard whenever we were picking up some wood, and my husband yelled, "Go get the grubbing hoe," and I took off to get the grubbing hoe, and I basically threw it at him and took off a run. And when there's a snake around, this old girl is not going to be anywhere near in the picture. I'm out of there. So it did have snakes in here, but thank goodness they're no longer here. We have completely gutted and remodeled it, and I'm going to show you the before and after. The house was in horrible shape, but now it's a brand spanking new house. Everything was taken apart, gutted down to the studs, and rebuilt. I hope you enjoyed the video. Our farmhouse was built in 1946 by a young couple who raised their family here. They have since passed on. We bought the house in 2021 and we remodeled it, and we have enjoyed it ever since. If you'll notice, there's a hole in the floor. My husband did fall through the kitchen floor into the basement as he was getting the home. There was a whole lot of rot, and the home had deteriorated a lot as it was abandoned. The steps were definitely a health hazard. Those were the first things that had to be remodeled, and we built new steps so that we could get from the first floor up to the second floor. We do have a basement, but it has not been finished. I'm enjoying these steps. The ones that were originally here were steep, and 2 or 3 steps was missing, and I was terrified of them. I'm thankful for the new construction. We're headed into the laundry room now. That is actually the back porch that the laundry room was built on. And it's not very fancy, but it does suffice for what we need to occur, which is to wash laundry in there. The house originally had a fireplace, and it was a beautiful fireplace, but we needed the seating room as we have several children and grandchildren, so we took the fireplace out to make enough seating room for at least 7 people. The house does have an upstairs living room as well. It isn't very large neither, but it's big enough for my husband to go up there and watch TV. And he watches TV upstairs. I watch TV downstairs, and that's one of the reasons we have such a good marriage. One thing that was lacking in this house was closet space. We ended up making 2 closets upstairs for storage, and then we took some of the space around the staircasing so that we could make a closet for our clothes in the master bathroom. The master bedroom is just average size. It's big enough for a king size bed and end tables on either side. The master bath is attached. It's just a tub, shower, a commode, and a double sink. Our living room kitchen is combined. It was 2 different rooms, 2 separate rooms, but we ended up knocking that wall out so that we can make the kitchen and the living room combined, and that way we're able to see into the living room when the kids are in there playing. We do have a half bath on the main floor. The half bath was originally a full bath. It was the only bath in the house when we bought it, but we needed a half bath for guests as well as the children, our grandchildren. They are all potty training at the same time, and it just makes it so handy. We're currently going in the guest bedroom. This bedroom was our son's bedroom until he moved out, and so now it's just a guest bedroom. We have a bedroom upstairs, an office nook, a full bath, and of course the living room that I showed you earlier. It doesn't get used very much. Like I said, my husband does go upstairs to use the TV upstairs, and I go upstairs to use the computer, but that's pretty well the only time that the upstairs gets used now. And I have saved the best room for last, the kitchen, the heart of the home. This is where the meals are provided, and the kids, when they hear that it's lunchtime, breakfast time, snack time, they come a-running, and we just sit around the table, we eat, we giggle, we have a good time, and the kitchen truly is the heart of the home. I'm going to turn you on some music so that you can enjoy the construction on the outside of the home. It seems like the home, once it started getting built, it just came together very quickly. It was a beautiful work in progress.
You swiped right, then left me on red. Filled my heart and messed with my head. Sent me spinning, seeing stars. Now I'm back to haunting these old bars. But a new notification just came through. Looks like I'm heading for round 2. I'm queuing up my next false start. Yeah, I'm building up my next work of art. Is it a blessing or a curse? I learned from you to expect the worst. I'll chase the high I know won't last. History's repeating way too fast. I'm queuing up my next false start.
I hope you enjoyed the video. This house, it is nothing fancy, and honestly, I did not think that I would like it here when we first moved in. It's not in the location that I thought it would be. I had to get rid of a big portion of my stuff because we moved from a larger house into this house. It's probably 1,800 square foot, maybe even a little smaller than that. But you know what? I can do with a lot less stuff in order to be happier. The bigger the house, the more you have to clean. I've lived in big houses, I've lived in small houses, and this one is pretty small. But you know what? It's perfectly fine when, I think when we become middle-aged, we don't need the things that we thought we needed when we were 20 years old. And that's kind of where I'm at now. The more I have, the more I have to clean, and you know, I'm content with not having to wake up and clean all day every day. So you know, I can see my husband and I staying here until the day that the undertaker carries us away. We're very happy here. Thanks for watching. Bye.